This is my presentation for EDL 856, Module 4, Understanding My Community. All right, listed are a few of the customs and traditions that Kingman has to offer. One of the most notable event for our school is our open house at the beginning of the year. This is a great opportunity to get the year started off on a positive note. The PTO events this year have been so well attended and fun for all. The PTO is doing really an amazing job of engaging the community. As a community, the All-American Family Fest is a huge event each year. It's on the 4th of July, and everyone in the community gets involved in one way or another. The other event I'd like to mention is the annual Lighted Christmas Parade. All day, there are so many things going on for kids to be involved with. The evening ends with the parade and a tree lighting ceremony. The last two events are put on by the Chamber of Commerce. The events listed and many more have the greatest impact on engaging families, community members, and school personnel. Okay, population characteristics. It was surprising to me to read that only 16.5% have a bachelor's degree or higher. I was expecting that number to be higher. We don't have much diversity in our district because Kingman itself is not very diverse. 88% of the population is white. I have included a chart below that shows the age ranges. 26% represents school-age kids and lower. In Kingman, many people work in manufacturing, restaurants, and healthcare, just to name the top occupations. We have a twine plant in town that employs many people, but I think that USD 331 has close to the most employees. If it's not the biggest business, it's for sure the biggest nonprofit. Our district consists of two towns, Norwich and Kingman. Between those two towns, we have 7 schools with 882 students and 63 teachers. Our communication channels, our school posts on Facebook very frequently. Our school page has over 1,000 followers, and our district page has 1.6 thousand. This shows that our posts can reach a lot of people. In our building, we communicate through Seesaw. This is a helpful tool for getting information out. The city of Kingman also has a Facebook pages that are beneficial to getting the information where it needs to be. Websites are also a great place to find information. A third option would be the newspaper. Our local newspaper seems like it's getting smaller and smaller by the day, but they do a very good job of highlighting positive things going on in our community. And it seems like every event that's happening or sports event or anything that's to do with school, they are always there to take pictures, to get interviews, and to get more information. Our community groups. The KES PTO is probably the best out of these groups with engaging with the community. Their events are always well attended. The Booster Club does a good job working with the community, especially in the high school sports world. We are a community that is very rural with many farms. So the FFA is a big group that puts on some fun events, such as hosting a high school rodeo each year in town. This has been a tradition for many years. On the city side, the Chamber of Commerce does a great job of putting on events, creating engaging activities for students, and much more. I am the Chamber Vice President. We have so much fun planning fun events for our community. The Kingman Historic Theater is another group that is very invested in the local community and schools, hosting middle school dances and free movie nights. The groups can have a huge impact on student learning, especially when collaboration happens and learning opportunities are discovered. Okay, so leadership. In our district, the Board of Education has the final say on changes that are made. The superintendent and the assistant superintendent keep the board in the loop and manage all aspects of the district. In the buildings, we have principals and building leadership teams. At the city level, we have city commission along with a mayor and a city manager that make final decisions. All of the leaders listed above have the greatest impact to advocate for the needs of our community and our schools. Economic conditions. Consistently over the past couple of years, our district is getting smaller. 13.7% of people in Kingman are below the poverty line, with 49% of our families qualifying for free and reduced lunches. A big impact this year was the EC Electric, which employs a lot of the dads of many of our students. This company was bought out by a larger company, and that new company chose to fire some of the employees and make cuts, budget cuts, and paycheck cuts. So that impacted some of the families in our building. The political structure in Kingman is a commission manager form of government. We elect 5 officials. One of those people become the mayor, and the other 4 form the city commission. The city commission votes to make changes, and those changes, as well as current policies, are carried out by the city manager. He is basically the CEO of the city. We have many boards that have many jobs within Kingman. Convention and tourism is an important committee. They support events that bring in people to our town. The Park Board and Rec Commission offer many events or activities for our students throughout the year. And finally, the TIF board is great because they are responsible for finding grants and money for our downtown revitalization projects, which is really good for bringing new people to the community since we keep getting smaller. Social tensions. I love my community, but it seems to be someone or somebody isn't happy like all the time. Social tensions happen when people and groups view things differently. There's a private Catholic school in our town, and I actually attended that school from kindergarten through 8th grade. I loved my time there, and I received a great educational foundation. But there's a stigma in our town about the school. Most public school kids are harsh because they say all kids from the Catholic school act like they're better than everyone else. I personally think that's not true, but it's just kind of it's just kind of how it's always been, even since I was going to school there. The parents kind of talk about it like that too, the public school parents. So um, it's had that reputation for years. However, in the past few years, we have collaborated more and shared more resource teachers and at times and got together and for a community effort, which I think has really helped that relationship. Another tension within our district is how Norwich feels. Kingman is the bigger area, so sometimes Norwich feels that their vote doesn't matter because Kingman is going to have the majority. Our new superintendent is doing a good job of trying to unite us instead of there being a divide in perceptions. Changing traditions is a hard thing for our community to get behind. It often takes many tries to make it happen, if it ever happens. The 2 community efforts associated with the school that I want to talk about is the most recent bond election and our Eagle Partnerships Initiative. In 2019, I was on a committee to help promote a new bond the district was trying to pass. They were proposing some pretty extreme things and wanted to bite off more than what was practical, in my opinion. However, I thought the changes were important, so I helped them promote it. Um, I was excited about the changes that could happen, but I also knew that people did not want their taxes to change. As a community, we were still paying off our last bond. The vote did not pass. It didn't pass, and if it would have passed, we would have been updating heating and cooling in most buildings, as well as fixing roofs and many other things. The district is now just changing or updating a few things here or there on rotation. The Eagle partnerships are near and dear to my heart. My Eagle partnership is still going strong, along with a couple others. I tried to start this program when I first came to Kingman in 16-17 school year. Many teachers liked the idea, but it just kind of fizzled out. I hope someday we can all have classrooms partnered with a business around town. My community partner is one of our local banks. We have some other great initiatives going on around town that are successful. The park board voted to revamp one of our parks and they added a splash pad. So this will be fun for our students this summer because our swimming pool is closing down and the new aquatic center is put on the back burner for the time being. These things have, some of these efforts have the greatest impact on school support and improvement. There are many people who do everything in our district. This means not many people have a say in changes that are made. A lot of times you'll see the same people on multiple committees. It's not really their fault. They're willing to volunteer. A lot of people aren't willing to volunteer. They would much rather complain about things or have rather than joining. So oftentimes there's a saying in our town, like the good old boys club, it is changing and getting better. But growing up here, and even when I moved back to work here, if you're kind of not in that good old boys club, it's really hard to come into this community. But like I said, that's changing, which is good. Luckily, we've had some new school board members join us, and it's been good to see some new perspectives on different things. That has helped a lot. The football and basketball coaches have a lot of power in our community, especially football. They can really get good things done when needed. People who are not sports people oftentimes get frustrated with this. They would like to see more people working about arts and other extracurricular activities. I don't necessarily think we have a multicultural issues, but we could definitely grow in the area of promoting multicultural efforts. There are many opportunities to have your voice heard. Members of the community are invited to share at the beginning of each school board meeting if they wish. As you saw, there were many committees within the town to volunteer for, and we have committees at school. Teachers could join and parents could join, just like the PTO. One problem I have seen in the past is that people tend to complain about something rather than joining in to fix something. Some areas of weakness that could be improved on is the social tension. If as a district and community we could work to keep people in the loop and informed, they might be more hesitant to make perceptions about a situation before they know the truth. I think sometimes we're too guarded in our information. When that happens, the public perceives it as being sneaky, or they can quickly form their own perceptions, which might not be correct or positive. I would also ask the community to fill out a survey asking them about what they would like to see the school doing involving the community. This is just one simple way for the people to be heard. These changes could be a great impact on the current or future success and well-being of every student and adult. Okay, please pause here to read my conclusion. Okay, and these are my resources. Thank you.